Getting a lot of things to repair this Christmas. Here I have a Motorola baby monitor, and we're going to be doing the charging port because usually what happens is the port gets bumped and loose and doesn't charge. So that's what happened to this one. It's not charging. Okay. So we're going to try to open this up. There seems to be a hidden screw at the back there. It's a Motorola COMFORT85PU. And I don't know. Let's see how this thing opens. I've never opened one of these type. Interesting. No. Looks like this is a piece of garbage technology because they have these little clips, but there's also screws right here, and the screw is right underneath the faceplate of the LCD, which means that if you try to take the LCD off, you're probably going to crack the screen. Ah, my goodness. I'm just going to say it can't be fixed. Very bad design. So, anyways, if you're going to buy a baby monitor, don't buy this. Don't buy this one. Do not. It's a Motorola COMFORT 85. And even looking inside, look. It's a bad design. I'll tell you why. It's a bad design. So, yeah, you can see in here that the charging port is vertical. And so that means that there's no support for it when it wiggles up and back and forth. Usually you put it horizontally and then you can solder more. That is definitely a poor design on the manufacturer's part. They should have, instead of having the charge port on the back, they should have had it coming from the side. Should have it come from the side, and then it can be right on the printed circuit board and have a much better solder connection. Oh my goodness. Anyways, that's just me ranting. Sometimes they don't want you to fix stuff. Why Motorola? Come on. Why? Tell me why. Give me a good reason. So the customer said go for it because it's no use to him. And I let him know the risk that, you know, I'm going to have to heat up the screen, remove the screen. Oh. Which is a kind of bummer. Very bad design. Horrible. So I'm going to have to use a heat gun here. Probably use isopropyl alcohol. I'll turn it down to 200 degrees. And we're going to have to heat up this and try to remove the screen. Just use a little bit of heat. Yeah, I understand this baby stuff is not cheap. Having a baby's not cheap too, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I'm thinking I just may want to just break off the back. It's so hard. You know what? I may just... He said, okay, I just may cut this. It just may be easier to cut the plastic out or bend it. So I can attempt. Okay, I just broke that off. Perfect. Okay. So you see, I broke off the little thing, plastic part there. I could go in there and cut it. Snippity snip snip. Snip. Okay. Let's just break off the back. Why not? So there we go. Just break off the back. Okay, I'm gonna look underneath the scope now. So here's the USB port. You can see it's a vertical one right here, and it looks like, see this connector? These are the little pins, and the important ones are the two outside ones. You're gonna have a ground and then a VCC, and this is data. But you don't need the data for charging. So it looks like just a wiggly thing in here, and it looks like a little bit cracked here. So I'm going to try to use my power supply. I'm gonna see, connect 5 volts to it. See if the voltage is getting there. Okay, 5 volts. Micro USB. And we'll just stick it in there. Nothing. Wiggle it around, you know. Wiggle it around, nothing. So it's a bad port. Let's try to test the voltage. You never know, maybe it's something. Maybe it's getting voltage, who knows? Okay. So 2 emitter once. And I am getting 1 volt. This requires a micro solder job. Enough of that. I'm gonna have to replace this port. Let's see if I'm not sure if I have one or not. Let me have a look. I found out the source of the problem. Luckily for us, we can still use this old port because you can actually see the issue here is the reason why that inside guy is moving is because it's not soldered. It has a loose connection right here, here. And so I can do a micro solder job right and get all these guys on connected. And that should be good enough. So we don't have to replace that. So let's do that. Some flux. Put a little bit of flux on. That will just help That will just help when we're reflowing. So okay. Did you hear me? This is I'm going to connect the charger port now. And it's working now. It is charging. This plastic is moving, so I'll put some epoxy on it there. I'll put it up. So I'm just using clear epoxy there, and I went around the whole connector, and it'll take about a day to dry. And basically, if we ever try to repair it, it's gonna be difficult, but that'll give it a lot stronger connection. The epoxy has dried now, and you can see it's taken about 300 milliamps. So here I have it plugged into its normal power adapter here. And it's turning on, so that's a good thing. That's the good thing. So I'll just clip the case back on. It still has these little plastic clips, so we'll just clip it back together, and that will make it so that it has easy repairability now. Thank you, Motorola, for that. Now this device is more repairable than ever before. You can just clip off the back and it should be good. Turn it off here. Yes, and it's charging. Beauty. Beauty. So you know if it is charging, it has this little blue light in the bottom left hand corner. That's the charge light, if you don't see anything on the screen. Okay, so hope this helped. Hope your baby's sleeping well, and I'll see you guys in the new year.